Guys, since it's our second Terrificon as the Defects, Gayuch, why don't you hit him with a little melody?
After the show is the after party, then after the party is the hotel lobby, and after the bell, then it's probably Chris, and after the original, it's probably this.
Defects. What is up? And we're Matty Forgeless tonight, so you know it's going to go off the rails. You know we're going to have a bunch of technical difficulties. But listen, we're starting off good already. And it's Terrificon in 3 days, guys. We're super excited. Gayuch, why don't you tell them what's up?
What's up, Defects? Monday Night Live. And, without Matty, things are bound to go downhill, like, rather quickly. But we'll try and keep it together. We'll try and, Matty's like the glue, and me and Jay just, I don't know what you want to call us, but there's something holding us together, and he's not here right now. So, speaking of not being here, we do have a replacement for the evening, don't we, Jay?
I wouldn't call him a replacement. I'd call him a guest of honor, a friend to the show.
I don't even think he's a guest. He's part of the family. He's been with us since Jump Street. So we got to bring in the Kujin and say what's up.
Keep it thorough. What's going on, man? What's going on? Yes, that's right. Your boy Darrow from Keep It Thorough Comics in the building. Yo, what a hell of an intro. Got to give a big shout out to Guy, man. Remembering those lyrics right there. He wasn't reading it, you know what I mean?
No. You want to laugh? I was listening to it in the car on the way from my son's baseball game, and I said, this is the song I'm going to use tonight.
That's what's up.
So Matty's usually our comic knowledge guy. He's all over the place with spec and stuff, but we got the legend, Darrow in the house, man. Happy to have you back on. We got a good show tonight, guys. A bunch of stuff. Gayuch, what do we got to we got to take care of the bills first?
You know what? That's normal stuff. But for guys who don't know how to run the channel, maybe I'll try and put it up anyway. You know what? We'll do a little Uncle Erod first.
First up, guys, our boy Erod 212 with Express Comic Book Pressing. Defects 10 gets you 10% off. Not only that, Erod will pass along his discount from CGC and CBCS, and he will blaze your books. Erod 212 for all your pressing and cleaning needs. And hit him up. You might be able to give him some books at Terrificon this weekend, right?
That's not a bad idea. And then next up, the favorite of the favorites. Who doesn't love a little beaver in their life?
Everybody's favorite Canadian beaver, guys. Mutant Beaver Comics. Again, Defects 10 gets you 10% off. One of the world's largest online retailers for exclusive variants. Shipping worldwide, man. Worldwide. Defects 10 gets you 10% off. Tell Pat and the B-Man the Defects sent you.
And it's not a fun night if Uncle Frankie's not here. So what up, Uncle Frankie, with that $5 super chat saying, holy shit, Thorough in the house.
That's right, man. Yo, I got to give a big shout out to Uncle Frank's, man. That's what's up, yo, my brother. Thank you so much. Already know what time it is. We're about to get down, break down, do everything. Like I said in the chat before, the Fro knows it all. So let's get it, man.
Not many. I'll tell you this much. Not many like Uncle Frank out there. You know what? They broke the mold, man. So you know what I'm going to do, Jay? And I know you're going to ask me to do it. So you know what? Guys, guess what? Matty's not here. So it's Eva Super Chats all night long.
Defects, guess who's back for some more Super Chats? Yeah, baby. Let's go, Defects.
Oh. Just got that little slap. Just that.
I gotta be tame.
Man. All right, guys. So, get in trouble. If you're in the community, if you're on social media, if you're a comic book fan or a comic book movie fan in general, it was San Diego Comic-Con this week. Ooh. The pictures looked crazy. A ton of news, right? But listen, I got to give a a big clap, a pat on the shoulder to everybody in the community, because there was no news. And guys, correct me if I'm wrong. There was no news that surprised me. We knew all of this was coming. I would say 2 years ago, at least a year and a half, 2 years ago. So there was nothing that really shocked me. Anything shock you guys? Anything surprise you?
Not me. Not me. I was going to go to Thorough first, but I mean, this is all stuff that we've been speaking about, that we knew was like, going to get unveiled. It was just what was coming this weekend, I guess. Like, what part of it, what piece of it we were going to get, if we were going to get any of it at all. Like those are the questions that were going through my head personally. Darrow, what did you think?
Yeah, there really wasn't anything that was like super crazy. And I just said I did a live feed not too long ago. Doing a lot of coverage for San Diego Comic-Con. One of the biggest things I did make mention of was that, to me, to be honest with you, San Diego Comic-Con is almost pointless because Disney has their own event, and then freaking DC has their own thing, DC Fandom. So they're gonna save all that major news for their events versus putting it out in San Diego Comic-Con. But yeah, not too much that was like, I think the word made its way around the block. So that was always something that kind of killed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, Marvel got to do a better job of keeping stuff under wraps, because if they came out with those announcements and I knew nothing about it, it would be great. But we knew everything was coming. We had those books, right? Everybody in this chat probably had those books. So everyone pat yourselves on the back, because those books have been gotten already. No big news to us, right? No big news. Could someone get rid of Naked HD somehow?
Yeah, I already did, but I don't know. I hid them on the channel. If one of our moderators knows how to do it, go ahead. You guys do it. So,
I got you.
Gayuch, without further ado, could you get that newsreel ready?
We want to run the news already? Ooh.
I mean, we get right into it, man.
All right. Well, you know what? Since we're a professional show, Jay, give me like a countdown and then I'll find it. How about that?
All right.
Done.
And I got my notes right down here
look
on
at
the
that
table.
Can we look at that? Like, Maddie would be so proud that like I shared my screen. I got it up there before the news even started. So we're ready. Darrow, come on. This is a professional show, Darrow.
So, guys, we're going to start it with a little comic book news, right? Because after all, it was a Comic-Con, supposedly. But Marvel teases Fantastic Four relaunch with an unnamed creative team, an image of a compass with the Fantastic Four's logo in the center, with the word writer up there where you see north, and the word artist right there where you see south, pops up. David Papoose will be taking over the Fantastic Four series for 2 issues before the title relaunches later this year. Following the events of Reckoning War, Fantastic Four 46 will reintroduce Reed Richards' sister, releasing on August 24th, guys. So we're getting a new Fantastic Four with new writers, no surprises, because they also announced that Fantastic Four movie for Phase 6. What do you think, guys? Any in the chat on the panel, any clues to who the writer with an N and the artist with an S could be?
All right, so I'll start off because I just literally just finished doing FOC. All right, so I will tell you, if you guys were looking for the new Fantastic Four book, I hope you guys got your orders in, because this incoming issue that is going to be coming out for Fantastic Four is going to be the first appearance of Reed Richards' sister. Be on the lookout for that book. That book is going to be a major one. And literally, I was just doing it for the through Penguin. Hopefully, everything comes in from Penguin, because I've been having one hell of a damn time with them right now. With just getting a ton of books not showing up, or a lot of them being just pretty much beat to hell. Sad and unfortunate, but I would definitely tell folks. I'm not going to mention who it is. I already know. But I would love to see what everybody in the chat is thinking on this one.
Yeah, there you go. I've been thinking. I went through a bunch of writers, a bunch of artists. I don't know if it's a first name. I don't know if it's a last name, but I'm lost, man. If it's even that, they might just be throwing you a curveball here. So, in the chat, what do you think, Gayuch? What do you think?
I got nothing, man. I just it, I mean, obviously it's a compass. Does the N really mean something? Does the S really mean something? I don't know. I'm waiting for Thorough to like raise an eyebrow when I said it, but he didn't move one bit. So trying to read, man. Don't play poker with this guy.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good, man.
See, no, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if the chat has any idea,
hit it with
seem
us
like
now. But like I said, guys, the movie's coming out. You know they're going to come out with some new books. Fantastic Four has always been a little bit of a tough read for me. Love the characters, love the villains, but it's too much, too many characters, too much going on at once, man. Guy, what's up next?
we got Jonathan Hickman returns to Marvel for a mystery title with Valerio. How you say that? Shitty?
That's how I would say it.
Valerio Shitty.
So,
That's
guys,
some name, man.
Speaking at San Diego Comic-Con, Hickman said, "I've been working on this for 3 years. That message will not sound like gibberish when the first issue comes out." So bold statement by Hickman right there. He also mentioned the new, still unnamed project like Sandman of the Marvel Universe. So they're trying to come with a Sandman title, right? Hickman did the Avengers. He did the X-Men. His X-Men reads for me were, again, tough, man. Tough, a lot, very elaborate. A lot of stuff goes into his writing. But listen, 3 years in the making, it sounds like they're giving him his own little type of story arc, almost like DC did with Nice House on the Lake. So maybe we'll see new characters. Maybe we'll see a new title. Darrow, what you think?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping for. I did hear about this as well myself. I'm looking forward. I mean, with Hickman is like you never can tell. Hickman is all about like putting freaking Da Vinci Code type of shit.
Yep.
Everything that he writes. So you just never can break down exactly, which I do kind of like. I'll give him a lot of respect for that, especially with his writing. So it's kind of hard to decipher right now what's going on. I know he's also working on a self-titled project that has nothing to do with Marvel. So that's something else that was also announced, and that's pretty much going to be under his own production company. I don't know exactly where they're headed with this. As far as a Sandman-like type of Marvel character, there's really not any that I can think of except for like Nightmare, and who knows? That might be a character that he might be just creating a whole new story for, a whole new universe, whatever the case. But I'd be on the lookout for this. Might be an interesting one.
Yep, absolutely. Guyuch, what do you got?
I hope it's not shitty. That's all I gotta say.
On to the next.
Moving right along, Marvel introduces Gold Goblin because we need another one of those. A Spider-Man villain starring in their own series. What do we got with this, Jay?
So Marvel promises that the upcoming Amazing Spider-Man number 13 on sale November 22nd has big changes in the story for Norman Osborn, aka the Green Goblin. As the latest chapter in the Hobgoblin story comes to an end, Norman's chapter begins as he is transformed into the new Gold Goblin. Supposedly, he is not a villain, and he's going to be taking the role of a superhero. So here's my thoughts, right? We had the Red Goblin. That book got hot and then sizzled out. I pretty much see the same thing for this, but you never know.
So just to add on this, guys, this is a major one. So pretty much what they're trying to do is they're trying to revamp everything as far as the King in Black sort of freaking big commotion, big freaking storyline. That's what they're trying to bring back through Spider-Man. So if you guys have not known for already, so the main villains in this story arc is going to be none other than Chasm, however the hell you want to pronounce that damn name. That was a brand new Ben Reilly villain that came out. They're pretty much, the whole story behind this is they're pretty much trying to say like, yo, we're not pieces of shit. We're clones. We're still on the evil side. And on top of that, it also has to do with the new what's her name, the She-Goblin, whatever the hell it was that came out, because I had no interest in it whatsoever. So they're pretty much trying to go around with that. As you guys also know, if you're reading Spider-Man, they're pretty much taking care of the Spider-Man's brand new suit that's being built by Norman Osborn. To be honest with you guys, I really don't know where the hell they're taking this, because Spider-Man has had some horrible writing as of yet. I have not seen anybody having the ability to save this damn title. So I have no idea where they're going to go with this. The only thing is we can just hope for gold, right? No pun intended.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know. Like, how do you feel about the costume? It's like, if you're gonna make him a goblin, dude. Get old school. You know, he looks.
Yeah.
It's people been saying, you know, a Power Ranger. He looks almost like a Red Hood type of
It's
man.
Ultron, the Gold Ranger.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Yep, guy, you hit it right on the head.
Listen, Wisco 35. We're not playing the game tonight, but you know what?
Trash it.
Thank you.
And my man Link's in.
Link's coming in. Go ahead, Jay.
Super chat. Eva shift. Guy, hit him with the booby shift.
All right. Well, you know what? Matt's not here, so it's always fun when Matt's not here. I think we have a little more Eva.
All right, Defects. It's time to turn it up a little. I think you guys have been playing it nice lately. We need to get a little raunchy. What do you think? Can Batgirl handle that? I just wanted to let you guys know you are hot shit. Keep doing what you're doing, because I love it. And Defects fans, you're hot shit as well. Maybe even a little hotter. Keep supporting, and keep doing what you do, because this girl loves it. You guys are awesome. Love you all. Big kisses from me to you.
That was the extended version.
I mean, God.
All right, guys, I'll be right back. I need a minute.
That's gonna kill us.
All right. Can we get into some movie news, right? That's what we're all here for.
Well, listen. We got hit with this crazy shit. So take a gander at this.
Guys, we got hit with a whole timeline of movies and TV shows. I'm wondering what they're going to show at D23, man, because they put out a lot today. But we'll start from the top, right? We got Ant-Man, Quantumania, Secret Invasion, Guardians of the Galaxy, Echo, Loki, The Marvels, Blade, Ironheart, Agatha, Daredevil, which is going to be 18 episodes. That's crazy. Actually, that's what shocked me. That was the one thing during San Diego Comic-Con that shocked me. We all knew the show was coming. We all knew all these movies and shows were coming. But 18 episodes, they want to make you forget. Maddie Ford said this. They want to make you forget that Netflix Daredevil show. So we'll see, man. And then last but not least, we got Captain America. And then it hops right in to even more stuff in Phase 6, guys. So not going to lie. MCU's been disappointing me. Disney has been disappointing. I don't know, man. I'm a little excited with some of these titles.
Captain America: New World Order,
NWO, baby.
That sounds a little crazy, huh? Yeah. I mean, that brings me back. That's fun. Couple things I'm excited for on here. I think Ant-Man's gonna be fun. I think we're gonna get a reason for the rest of the movies from this movie. But Guardians of the Galaxy, how can I not be excited about that? That's probably one of my favorite movies ever. So I don't think they've disappointed from them. Blade, I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with it. I really can't. I think that's gonna be cool. And Daredevil, like Jay said, 18 episodes. That's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Darrow.
So pretty much, I want to be excited for this, but like Jay just said, man, a lot of the damn projects that have come out from Marvel have been lackluster. I know a lot of folks listen. I speak for myself, and I've even said it. The number one show that I truly enjoyed was freaking Hawkeye. That was hands down the one show that did it for me. Miss Marvel started off really well, even though it wasn't for our age category. but it just kind of slowly just sank like the fucking Titanic at the end. Now, with these new projects that are coming out for freaking Phase 5, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not gonna hold my freaking hopes up too high because I'm still yet to wonder what's about to happen. The reason why too is because I'm always constantly on Reddit. I'm a big Reddit user, and the leaks that have been coming out on Reddit have been on point. Like I'm talking about, these guys have been 99.9% accurate with everything that I have been watching so far, to include the latest Thor: Love and Thunder. But one of the ones that sort of freaking worries me out of this is the Marvels. And one of the reasons why is because there was a rumor saying that the Marvels may possibly be a part musical movie. I don't freaking know what the hell they're trying to do with that. I don't know if they're like, oh, because the Joker was being mentioned as being a musical, now they're like, let's go ahead and make the Marvels a musical. I freaking don't know where they're trying to aim at with that. It is what it is. I'm looking, to be honest with you, out of everything here, I'm a big Guardians of the Galaxy fan. Can't wait for that. But one of the ones that I'm really looking forward to, guys, no lie, is going to be the new Captain America. Even though I hated the freaking show, but this new Captain America can take on the whole, on the whole storyline for Sam Wilson becoming. And this is why I tell folks, go and look at that first volume with Sam Wilson's Captain America. That is where a majority of this new story is going to be based on. And you could pretty much read out what's going to be happening in that movie in the future. And of course, Blade, that is the most I am excited for. I'm a huge freaking Blade fan. There's been talks about freaking different titles for it, all these different things. We don't know what the hell's going to happen with that. But I'm really excited for those guys. Other than that, everything else, Quantumania, I was watching, somebody had like an elf in their pocket trying to record the freaking Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
It was hard to see.
Yeah, you couldn't see anything. But one of the ones that I have been speculating on, if you guys have known the villain Black Ant. So I swear to God, I thought I saw who could have been Black Ant pop up in that damn new trailer. So that would be actually very interesting if they go down that route. If you guys don't know what that book is, man, I'm telling you, be on the lookout for that damn book. I've been picking that book up all day long. Would not surprise me because Loki is a big piece to a lot of the stuff that happened with that. So just putting that out there, man.
Darrow, do you think we're gonna see like these guys, like, you know how we got at the end of Eternals, how you heard the voice and obviously you knew it was Mahershala Ali? How do you say it? The guy who's playing Blade?
Mahershala.
Yeah. He's such a dope actor, man. And like, but do you think we're gonna see these guys again in little things before the movie? Like, because obviously he's looking to create that team, right? So like I'm waiting for that, because as much as I'm excited for the movie, I love getting these little things like that. Like, you know what? The guy's searching for people and wants to talk to people and wants to get his team together and wants to get, like, that's what I'm like. I'm waiting for those bits and pieces to come together.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm definitely going to agree with you, bro. They do need to show something, even if it's a small snippet. I think the best place for him to even show up in is going to be in this new upcoming show for Werewolf by Night. I think that would be the most ideal place for him to just pop up, even though, you know, if you guys watch Resident Evil on Netflix had the fake Blade on there. It was freaking awful, but I hope that they do show him at some point or another. I mean, it only makes sense because whether we want to believe it or not, November of 2023 is still a long freaking, point away from us at this point. But yeah, man, I'm hoping for the best, dude. Like I said, I'm not gonna put all my eggs in one basket as far as Marvel, because Marvel has been freaking it's been subpar, and I've gotten into arguments with people saying like, dude, like, how can you be mad? We finally get these superheroes on the screen. I was like, shit, it cost me $100 to go see Thor: Love and Thunder with my with a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old, man. Come on. Of course I'll be mad.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. I'm hoping I'm hoping this phase just takes us into goodness, man. We got a lot of Kang, right? We all know Kang ties into Doctor Doom, the Fantastic Four. So we'll see where it takes us. I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm excited for Guardians. That's my number one. Blade I never really got into, but I want to see Marvel's horror aspect, see how that goes down. And the Captain America New World Order, man, I'm stacked on Torres Falcon books. I am stacked, Darrow. I've been stacking those books since the show, before the show started. I think he's going to play a huge role in that movie, and there's going to be a lot to see with him down the line. So super excited for that. Guys, go grab those books. They're cheap right now. And we lost Darrow.
Uh-oh.
But we'll get him back.
I'm sure he's going to come back. Where is he? Get him back here. You got it, or you want me to get him in?
I got him in.
I don't know what happened. I just got booted.
Maybe
the Marvel Illuminati don't want me here right now.
Hold on 1 second, Jay. Jay, talk about Terrificon for a second while I load a couple things in.
Yeah. Oh, you just go to the next clip, and then we'll get into Terrificon right after the news.
All right, hold on. I'll do that. I'll go to the next clip. Here, go ahead. Talk about that. I'll be right here in a minute.
All right, guys. Something else that we knew what was coming. What if season 2 featuring Hella, Shang-Chi, and Black Panther's return? Darrow, awesome animation, right? Some of the stories some of the episodes were great. Some of them dragged. Last episode was fire, but I like what I enjoyed this show. Your thoughts on it?
So I agree with you 100% on this. So I enjoyed it. I'm going to tell you right now, my favorite episode had to do with the Marvel Zombies. That was by far one of my favorite episodes. And then just to hear the news added at San Diego Comic-Con about Marvel Zombies being rated MA, that was even better. I was glad to hear that. That was one of the reasons, like I said, Disney loves to throw out little tidbits of clues and information at everybody, because that same day that they made that announcement, that same day you had Logan and Deadpool available on freaking Disney Plus. So that is one of the things that I will tell you. I'm looking forward to these next little projects right here. Hella, Shang-Chi, Black Panther's return. That's going to be dope. I did not think too highly of Shang-Chi. I'm sorry. I thought that they could have done a better freaking casting with who was going to play Shang-Chi. I was really looking forward to the guy that played Storm Shadow to be playing Shang-Chi. I think he would have, had the true embodiment, like that Bruce Lee, freaking just, that attitude that Bruce had, and that's literally who they molded Shang-Chi after. So see this, I'm hoping that they do something dope with it. I do want to be able to enjoy these projects, but again, I'm not going to hold my breath, man.
Yeah. So all right. So we talk about Shang-Chi, right? So when I went to go see it in the theaters the first time, I was like, oh, this is rough to get through. The second time I seen it at home, I sat down, I enjoyed it a little more. But they said Shang-Chi 2 is coming. No announcement on that. I thought we would get an announcement on the Shang-Chi 2. We'll see what happens. We probably see him in the Avengers in Phase 6. He ain't gone, right?
Nah, they're gonna continue. Here's the thing, man. Whether they're gonna they end up thinking like, oh man, you know what, Marvel, a lot of people hated all these Marvel projects. They all know our dumbasses out here are gonna go and spend money on this regardless. Hence myself, because I've literally spent money on everything. I pay for Disney Plus. I've gone to the theaters for every movie, including Doctor Strange. I fell asleep in the damn thing.
Yeah.
And I still, you know what I'm saying? I still paid for it. So one way or another.
I've been waiting for Disney Plus to put the movies on, man, because they just been disappointing, dude. Everything just has an agenda now, and it's just like, oh man, can we get back to comic book characters and action and a little less political, but it is what it is right now. You know what I mean? But hopefully that stuff is out of the way now, and we just move forward with better content for comic book readers like us. So
no, facts, bro. I think that's one of the number one things is that, I honestly believe too. I don't know how you guys feel of this, but I honestly believe that Disney acquiring Marvel was the worst thing to ever happen to Marvel.
I heard you say that the other night.
Yep.
And I heard Uncle Roman back that up too. The worst is it essentially the worst? But I don't know. Was it the greatest of ideas? Maybe not. I think there's a line there. They could be doing a lot worse. Let's be honest. Yes, we're not 100% happy with the way things have been going, and it's hard to live up to the stuff that came out first because, I'll speak for myself, being a 40-year-old man and reading this stuff as a kid, and then finally the culmination of my childhood on the screen, like, I got to see this stuff, even if it wasn't the most comic accurate story, let's say, coming into it and seeing it on screen and seeing it develop and seeing these characters that I pretty much had in my head, but like seeing them in real life, like on screen and sitting there, like, it's hard to live up to that because we have so much, I think, lifted in that, and like we hold it here, right? We hold the first movies here because we're like they've done so much for us. So it's hard to live up to the where we hold them in our, I guess, I don't know. Yeah. I didn't say hold them in our hearts, but hold them like,
Yeah, well, the reason I say that too, bro, is it's not, like a majority of it doesn't have to do with the movie quality. What the problem is that since Disney acquired, Marvel, they're trying to please everybody.
Yep,
they're trying to please everybody from every walk of life, which I understand. I 100% agree, but at the same time, it's like, listen, how hard is it for you to open a comic book, look at the comic book? You literally have everything put out there. That is your blueprint. That's your freaking blueprint. To go from there, and the moment that Disney acquired, they started taming everything down. They started taking away from this. Hence why, what's the actor that played Punisher? Not John Bernthal, but Thomas Jane. So Thomas Jane, he did a hell of a little small movie. If you guys ever get the chance, it's called Dirty Laundry.
Dirty Laundry. YouTube. Dope, dude.
Hell yeah. By far the best depiction that you could have of the Punisher. And he came out himself saying that he does not think that the Punisher will ever work out being under Disney. And I 100% agree with him.
Yeah, it's almost like you don't want to see characters like that on Disney because they're just gonna.
Dirty Laundry was like a short.
Yeah, it's a short.
Yeah, it's a short movie. Dude, watch it, yo. It's badass.
I saw that. That was crazy.
Well, that's the thing. They can't touch characters like that. But now, that being said, we're going to talk about something a couple of clips down. But now that Deadpool, Logan, Deadpool 2 are on Disney Plus, does that change things up a little bit? Could they go in that direction now that we got R-rated movies on Disney Plus? Because it's like, yo, just like you said, man, how are you going to do Punisher without blood, without guts, without, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Without cursing? You can't do it. And I almost feel the same way about Daredevil. Like, how are they going to pitch Daredevil without all this violence, or any street level character for that matter, whether they bring Luke Cage down the line? You know what I mean? It can't be done. So I rather put that on the back burner till they figure everything out. But that being said, we got some R-rated stuff on. We're going to get into that a little bit. Guy, what else we got coming up?
Well, Scott Kiernan's sitting here, Jay. We're a little bit into the show. We're about 45 minutes in. He's saying, Defects, hit that like button. So you know what that means, Jay. That's Darrow's favorite clip.
That's a heavy tip.
That's
right
Darrow's
there.
favorite clip.
That is my favorite one right there.
See? Jay, you want to take a break from the news for a second? Because I hear someone knocking on the door, or you want to let him sit back there?
Now let's go.
You want to let him marinate a little bit?
Is it that lady?
It's not that. It's not that lady.
I got excited, man.
It's not that lady, but I'm gonna do this a second. I'm gonna bring us up over here. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. No?
Nope.
I don't know how to do this.
Yep.
Here we go. And you know what? Stop talking. You weren't even in yet.
What's up?
You weren't even here yet. Look, it's Pots.
Oh, hold on. I can't hear you guys. What the fuck? Oh my god.
First show.
Give me a second here.
You know what? We'll get through one more news article, and then we'll get Otto right back in. The show must go on.
No, what's up? What's going on?
Oh, you can hear us now. All right, good.
Look at this. What up?
Nice T-shirt, Pazzo.
Dude, you like this, right? I mean, come on. I got the gear right here, man. Look, I figured
There you
right
go.
out, right?
There you go.
I might have to order one of those new fantastic T-shirts for
You
the
like
three men
those,
put
right?
out.
The 3 fantastic ones. That was
I
brilliant.
like that.
What's up, dude? First and foremost, I gotta say what's up to Thorough, man. I don't think we've ever had screen time together, but mad respect for you, brother. I check you
What's
all
up,
the
brother?
time. I enjoy what you're doing, man. Good for you, and congrats on that store, man. So
Thank
big
you,
up to
man.
brother. I just
Appreciate
wanted
that.
to, throwing it out there in the universe, man. So
Thank you, brother.
what's up, fellas? You're crushing it right now, right? Like, my God,
Guys, Otto, talk about it, brother. How excited are you? This is the 3-men show right here. Terrificon. They've been on this show. They should have their own panel there. Mitch, if you're listening, which you're probably not, they should be up there on a panel. You guys have been promoting Terrificon, which I think is one of the best comic shows out there, because you got comics and then you got everybody staying in a huge casino, like a Vegas type casino, partying afterwards. Everybody's chilling. Artists, writers, movie stars, TV shows, fans, comic vendors, everybody's just out partying together. It's awesome, man. So
it's Mecca, right? Like, if it was, well, first and foremost, if like the swap was, I don't know, like our World Series, like this is our Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, we wait every year for this, and we plan and we try to do it right. And it's become something that we never really thought it would be when we said, all right, let's go to Terrificon, and then let's do some live shows from the hotel lobby. Then let's get a booth. And now between 3 Men in the Basement and Power Kid Comics, we have 3 tables set up. What's going to go on at these 3 tables? I have no idea, but it's all going to be comic books and good times, man. So that's
Jay said it right, Otto. The coolest thing is that the way this is put together, that everybody can mingle throughout like the night, is really cool, because you're walking around the casino and you're running into artists.
Yes.
You're running into writers. You're running into like the comic shop owners.
Yeah.
You're running, like, it's so cool. And like, listen, I sat there and I was watching Roger play craps and win money and lose money and have a lot of fun. And all of a sudden these guys are like, we're bumping, we're bumping elbows next to like some bigwigs. And I'm like, this is really dope. Like, this is cool. And then we're eating burgers at Johnny Rockets. Was it Johnny Rockets? I don't know.
Yeah, Johnny Rockets. Hell yeah, man. Of course.
Like at like 4 in the morning. My God.
Right. So no, it's really just epic, and it's all inclusive. So you don't have to leave. Like, you go to the other shows, come 5, 6 o'clock, man, deuces, everybody's out. Not here, man. Everybody's staying on property. Everybody's got to go eat. One of my favorite memories was last year. And, I'm not smart, but I'm half smart, as my old man would say, so it's staying out of the trouble that you see. So Roger and I had just finished a live show. Everybody kind of dispersed, and we were walking down to this bar that we hang out at, but we stopped off at the Irish pub. And you guys, between you, Jay,
our table,
you guys were 35 deep with 35 hands in the air, all belt and back shots. And I said, wow, I can't get into this. If I get into this, I am dead meat. And we started tomorrow.
We started at the dinner table, and we were eating dinner. And Jay, I mean, did we laugh the most at dinner? We didn't stop. It was nonstop laughter, jokes back and forth. And then that just moved over to the bar, like in the same restaurant.
It was unbelievable.
And we had the whole back of the bar.
Yeah,
and
the whole back of the bar.
Just kept piling in.
And the best part about it is it's because of comic books, right?
Yeah.
It's because of our love for, as Chaz Palminteri would say, these funny books. Like, these funny books are why all these people are here. And and it really is just amazing. And then
now, I know you guys always go all out with this show. What does 3 Men have lined up this year? Because this year you're going above and beyond. So tell the chat, tell everybody watching the rewind before.
So Roger, can I throw up the thumb? I mean, Roger, Otto, can I throw up the thumbnail while you're talking about it?
Yeah, throw it up right now, and I'll tell you. So this was our home run right here. This was something that was very important to us. And I'm sorry if it's a little bit blurry, but this is something that we thought would be really important to do, because at 3 Men in the Basement, we're all about bringing people to good people, right? Like, I want you guys to go to the best comic book vendors there. I want you guys to see some of the best local artists. So what we decided to do was a scavenger hunt. This is a half-page ad that we bought in the Terrificon flyer. And every day you're going to be able to, we're going to have multiple raffles every hour on the hour, but every day, once you can finish this scavenger hunt, you are going to be entered in to win 3 really, really cool books, one each day. All right. Now, how are you going to do that? All these dealers, there's 10 people on this. They will have different color markers for every day. So you have to read this, figure out who this person is, go over to them. On Friday, they might have a red pen and they're going to initial it. So let's take a look at number 5. It's not Very Jerry's Comics, but the best hair in comic books is who? All right. So if you can't figure that out, that's the layup, right? So on Friday, you're going to go over to, you're going to find this individual and he's going to initial it. And then you're going to follow this all the way down and then come up to us and we're going to give you a raffle. And I think the first raffle we're giving away is a 9.8 Punchline book. Oh, no, it's the 9.6 Something is Killing the Children. So we're giving this away to anybody who enters the raffle. And anybody can join. Vendors, kids, families, anybody who gets a flyer that shows us, we'll get you 1 ticket. You don't need to be present to win. Day 2, Saturday being the biggest, of course, the vendors will have a different, we're giving this away. This is Batman Rebirth. This is the Jock cover. But what's really cool about this is the DC retailer incentive variant that was like a 1 per store. And we were lucky to have this gifted to us. So we're going to be giving that away. Also, every hour on the hour to new subscribers, we're going to be giving away, like, I got tons of prints. I got slabs. So our booth is going to be happening all day long, every hour on the hour. We've got 17 official hours from door to door to give stuff away. And also something that's very, very near and dear to our hearts is we finally did a variant cover. And I want to talk about this for a quick minute because this was something that we wanted to do. So my brother Brett runs Power Kid Comics and he does comic books for kids. And he's been doing this independently now for maybe 4 or 5 years. So finally, Roger and I said, hey, let's do this. What will this take to do this? So we reached out to my brother Brett, who draws and hand draws and inks and writes all this to by himself. He's a student of the Joe Kubert School of Cartooning. And he's just an incredible artist. So he kind of, when we talked about what kind of cover to do, for some reason, this came to mind, Batman and the Outsiders. And it was almost a no-brainer, right? And there you can see it side to side. It was almost a no-brainer to do this. And we left it in Brett's hands. And I mean, to hand draw this, to do this is just fantastic. We're doing 200 of them. Something I didn't know is that you will be able to have these sent to CGC, but it won't say variant cover. You don't know what you don't know. And I didn't realize that our logos have to be on the back of the covers for CGC to recognize it as a variant cover. Didn't know that. They will recognize it as an exclusive cover. So that's really, really cool. And we're excited for that. We've only got 200 copies. And I mean, we're stoked, man. I mean, this is just, we're really excited for it. We got Dave in the Cave on there and Roger and myself and the Power Kids. And, you know, it's just really, really neat, guys. So thanks for sharing that, man. I'm excited for that.
Absolutely, dude. We're so excited to see you there. I'll be there Friday morning. Guy and Matt will be up there on Saturday. Darrow is gonna eventually make it out there. I'm trying to get him to King Con this year.
Yes, let's do it.
He's doing his thing at Keep It Strange Comics. My man's a busy man. Killing it right now. Always killing it on YouTube, killing it at this show. You guys kill it at Terrificon. Looking forward to the show, but you know me, Otto. I'm looking forward to the party after.
I'm telling you, like, it's going to be a bit. And one of the funnest parts about it is, like you said, in the hotel lobby, you never know who's going to come off the elevator. You never know who you're going to be walking down the hallway with. You know, you're never going to know, like, who's coming out of the weight room or who's hanging out at the pool. And just all the people, there's a huge contingency of the guys coming from Canada down, which I'm really excited for.
I've been talking to those guys for months, Otto.
Months.
And Newbie's coming, Comic Ozzy's coming, Actual Dracula's coming. Like these
Yeah.
guys are all. I can't wait. This is gonna be a lot of
Yeah.
fun, man.
No, I do want to say, Daniel, what I meant by the swap is the World Series of Cons for 3 Men in a Basement. That's our World
Yeah.
Series.
I got
This Terrificon is our Super Bowl for 3 Men in a Basement. I would never say that the swap is the swap is just
the swap's a good time, man.
the swap is 50
It's a big
25
hangout,
dealers.
And I missed it. I missed it
Yes,
again.
well, next year's gonna be better. The swap is 25 dealers, a DJ, a bar, and Otto and Roger and 300 of his best friends buying and selling comic books. So I do want to, if that came out, I do want to qualify that by saying that. So but yeah, man, we're excited.
So, dude, are you gonna stick around for some news? Get your input.
Yeah, listen, man, I got nothing to do. I'm here. I'm rocking the defects. I'm ready to go. Man.
All right. Well, listen, in true defect fashion, since you're not leaving, Jay, we got a super chat from former Trout.
There you go. Defects 4-way. This is entertainment. No, my friend, this is entertainment.
Matt is so nervous right now.
Matt will never be the same after this.
Make it rain on me, Defects. Yeah. I can feel it. More.
I went with the classic for Otto. I went with the classic one. More.
Love it.
So, guys,
So Jay, am I putting this back up?
back to the slides, bro. Let's get everybody's input.
Here we go, bit. And by the way, I don't know if I don't want to do this too well, so then Matt just knows that I do this really well.
You got to
because,
screw up, right?
Yeah, I haven't screwed up yet, and I think I've been doing a great. I even, by the way, not that anybody noticed, I even got all the slides from Otto while we were talking. So
That's right.
And those were pretty quick. So
Yeah,
anyway,
good, man. Good. There you go.
Jay, what do we got?
What's up next? We went through the what if, more San Diego Comic-Con stuff.
Here we
go.
go.
Next,
MODOK makes MCU debut in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania trailer.
so we've been hearing rumors about this, right? Jim Carrey, Patton Oswalt voiced him in the cartoon, which I enjoyed it, but it is what it is. It was a little different take. MODOK book's been hot. They've been all over Instagram. They heated up, but we knew about this, right? Guys like Darrow told us about this. Darrow, what you got on MODOK, man? You think he plays a big part? You think he's one and done?
Dude, it's almost like you can't even determine that anymore, to be honest with you. I mean, Gore is a perfect example for Thor: Love and Thunder. So to see what they do with MODOK, I mean, you got to think about it. There is so much story to tell with so many of these different characters that you don't know if they're going to be one and done. If it's something that they're just going to put out there, it all comes down to Kevin Feige. Feige is the one that says, hey, we got to continue with this character. A lot of people were super receptive to him, and hey, we got to keep him. But to be able to say and determine that, we'd have to watch the movie. I know, Jay, you just said you were a fan of the show. I was kind of like, I didn't think too much of it. But yeah, it honestly is going to depend on whether this character is going to pop off or not. If it doesn't, you probably might not see him anymore because it's not going to resonate with, what everybody likes to call the average audience, not the folks that read comics.
Yep.
So that's really what it comes down to. But to see MODOK from what I do with tons of reading, I mean, it would make a shit ton of sense. But if they don't, I mean, hey, on to the next one like they always do.
Yep, on to the next one is right. If they can't get Gore right, you're right, dude. And that's the best comparison. It's like, we talked about, not touching Punisher. That movie shouldn't have touched Gore. It's a comedy. That you leave him out of that. Otto, what do you got on MODOK? You're an old school comic book reader. So what are your thoughts, man?
Well, first and foremost, the book has gotten hot. It's a villain. How's it going to translate onto the big screen? I get it. But what I do think we see here now is Marvel introducing more villains if they're going to do Secret Wars right? You can't do Secret Wars with no villains. You have to have, in Secret Wars, you had to have Beyonder, Doom. You had to have, Kang. You had to have certain characters. So I think this is a way for them to start building up their villain, I don't know, like villain.
The Rogues Gallery.
Yeah, villain, their Rogues Gallery, right? For when they do Secret Wars. So let's bring it on. Jim Carrey. I'm excited for this. I love the Ant-Man series. I love Evangeline Lilly. I think she's hot as hell. I think that it's really cool. I like what they're doing. I think Scott Lang is great. So I'm excited for this. I'd like to see it play out, but I also think that we're going to start seeing a lot more villains popping up that have staying power. And because Mordok, is from, the mid 60s and early 70s, then I think he's here. He's not going to go anywhere. It's just how he translates onto the big screen. So, we'll have to see that. But again, we're building a rogues gallery, I think, here for Secret Wars.
Gayuch, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it'd be surprising to see how the transition to on screen will be. It's not an easy character to portray, and it can get pretty cartoony and pretty funny very easily, right? So we'll see how they portray it. We've had freakouts of She-Hulk that changed the whole thing in like 30 seconds of a clip. This is now we're putting characters that look how he looks, man. How's that going to be put on screen? So we'll see. You tell me when they did what's it called in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Darrow? When they did
Krang.
Krang. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
So I mean, okay. So that's all I got to say about that one, because it's kind of like almost like the same perception. So, but that being said, one of the guys that is coming to Terrificon, Comic Ozzy himself, $50 Canadian super chat for shots at the bar. I don't know if you've been watching, Ozzy, but Jay has been talking about the popularity of our super chats recently because of what we're doing. So you know what? Why not?
Defects. Guess who's back for some more super chats? Yeah, baby. Let's go, Defects.
Otto's face is great.
Oh my God, Matt's losing his mind.
What do we got
it's
next,
wonderful.
Gayuch? What do we got next?
Keep it rolling. We got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 San Diego Comic-Con trailer details revealed.
Guys, we talked about it. Darrow talked about it. This is what I'm most excited about. I love the comic. I love the cosmic aspect of Marvel. I hope we get into bigger and better things. I got a picture today from my online source of Adam Warlock in costume, because some of the trailer is out there. He looked like the actor with a lot of bronzer on. So we'll see.
But hold on. Let's take it for what it is. Is that before graphics added to it there, Jay? You saw a picture.
And you know what? That's what the argument in the chat was. But if you see his people, you see the gold, the girl that created him in the cocoon.
Yeah,
they look
he didn't
the
look
same.
exactly like them.
It looks like normal people painted gold. I don't like the casting of Adam Warlock. I just see the kid from Meet the Millers personally. I think they could have done a better job than that, but who am I to judge until we see the movie, right?
I agree.
That's a fact, bro. Like I'm definitely looking forward to this. I do agree. I know a lot of folks have given me heat about it when I was saying that, why the kid from We the Millers? But some folks are like, I remember seeing him in another movie where he was playing a more serious role. I think it was The Maze or something like that. I can't remember what.
Yeah, Matt talks about that all the time.
Yeah, but he did. I like the way that he was acting in that, so I do want to give him a chance. I still want to watch it, but this being the final, James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy film, according to what I'm hearing as of late, is making me start to think that one of my biggest speculations is that James Gunn might be going over to DC, and he just might be taking over the whole DC universe. And this is coming from a lot of different sources that I'm always keeping up with on Reddit, and those guys are always on point. And they've been talking about that, and I said it kind of makes sense. They're not, you start looking, and we go back to the conversation we had earlier. You start looking at how Disney is like putting freaking handcuffs on all these directors, and they're telling them, listen, all these projects need to be under 2 hours. You guys have to do it this way. You guys got to do it that way. And you're taking away from these guys, mindsets from what's working in their brains to put out on the big screen. And that's one thing where I go back to that point that I made earlier, where the biggest mess, screw up that could have ever happened was Disney buying Marvel. And we're going to see. I mean, they're putting out the R-rated stuff, but they're still taking those creative elements away from these directors. Hence why look at what freaking James Gunn did with Peacemaker.
Yep.
That is a
Home
prime
run.
great
Home
example.
run. He's going to write
Yeah.
his own ticket.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at it from that viewpoint, man. That would be. I'm telling you, I don't think I see a former Trout put up a comment says James Gunn can't be happy about the way Disney treated him. I was surprised that he came back onto Guardians, but I think he did it more because of his cast and the actors. I think that's
surprised.
what he did it more for.
I was surprised too, but I don't think you can go away from that. But Otto, what do you think about James Bicknell's question?
No, I think it's great. And thorough follow up with what you said. If you listen to their interview at San Diego Comic-Con when they were all on stage, when they were talking about this being the last episode or last movie in this thing, they were almost in tears. This group of actors lived and breathed this movie and believed in James Gunn. James Gunn is going to write his own ticket anywhere he goes, right? We know that. I mean, he knows that. This is his swan song. This is his, you've given me 3 movies. I've done it. But first and foremost, I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. And what I love even more is the soundtrack that James Gunn puts together, which I'm really excited for. I've got both soundtracks downloaded on my phone, man, and they're just throwbacks to all the different music, and even from Peacemaker. So even from the music aspect, I think it's a home run. And to have Gunn, to have Gamora, who doesn't know she's Gamora, to have Nebula, I think here's what I think. We're going to talk about books. I think the first appearance of Nebula is completely undervalued. I think that's a book that I'm going after. I buy as many copies as I can. I think she's another character that has huge staying power. We are going to see 1 or 2 people die in this. The only thing I didn't really like is how high evolutionary looked, but I get it. But again, I'm okay with that as a character. But again, another rogue that we're showing that could be used in either version of Secret Wars. So home run, thoroughly excited for this. In my mind, James Gunn can't do no wrong. So, I mean, I'm wicked excited for this.
Speaking of doing no wrongs, Matty Forge popping in the chat saying, loves this crew holding it down. Matty Forge, go relax. Go enjoy yourself. You deserve it.
Now, listen, before we go to the next slide, Darrow, we have to have a little bit of a conversation with you on this show. Moving forward, me and UNEX always talk about this, that Annihilation Conquest number 6, where Warlock becomes the new leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I see that moving forward. They didn't say it was going to be the last Guardian movie. They said it was going to be the last time this team would be together. So what do you think? What are your thoughts on that book and a new team?
Yeah, I think that is a great book. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, that book is super expensive. That book nobody gave a damn about back in the days. It is a great freaking storyline if you guys ever had the opportunity. Hence, one of the reasons why I've been speculating so freaking heavily on Wraith, and it has nothing to do with King in Black. We know we've all been there.
Yep.
But for me, I'm telling you guys, Wraith right now is a great freaking book to scoop up. It is not expensive anymore. You can find it for freaking reasonable prices, but that is the one person I will tell you right now. If you guys are talking about the multiverse and you guys know that they have that multiverse saga project in the works, you guys know that they're going to be tying in everything together. And I'm talking about this can possibly include Sony projects. We're not just talking about what Marvel and Disney are doing. They're looking at a big collaboration announcement, and I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen. But I will tell you that first appearance of Wraith, man, that is another book besides that Annihilation Conquest book that you guys need to be on the lookout for. And if you can find that Annihilation Conquest book, and let me tell you, scoop it up if you find it in the back bins and you get lucky enough to find one, because that book has been going crazy, and the print count on that run right there is not what people think it is, man. It's actually in the 40,000s. And 40,000 for a comic book print run wise is not a lot. So I would definitely be on the lookout for that.
And a tough book to get in a high grade because
Hell
of
yeah,
all black
big time.
cover. Extremely hard from the color rub, and just a tough book. And like you said, I have a Wraith and a 9.8 that UNEX gifted me. Thank you so much. But like you said, he ties into everything. Listen, he's a Kree, right?
Yeah.
He ties into the Guardians. He ties into Null. He ties into Venom. He ties into everything. So that's a great point you brought up, man. 2 books I have, by the way.
There you go, man. You're already ready. That's what I said.
Already ready.
Yeah, if you guys did not have it during the King in Black stuff that was going on, and we all know we saw Wraith during all that, we were all going crazy. We were all speculating like freaking animals.
Yep.
When it came to
He got Null smacked him hard, man. He got smacked down.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Guyuch, we got a super chat, and then what's next? What do we got? 2 more slides left?
We have a super chat. Where did I miss it?
Debo.
Anthony Debo, our boy
Anthony
Anthony Debo, $4.99. Just want to throw love because Defects always show love. Monday Night Lives are the best. You know what, Anthony Debo, you're the best. Okay, you're the best, and you know what you deserve.
All right, Defects. It's time to turn it up a little. I think you guys have been playing it nice lately. We need to get a little raunchy. What do you think? Can Batgirl handle that? I just wanted to let you guys know you are hot shit. Keep doing what you're doing, because I love it. And Defects fans, you're hot shit as well. Maybe even a little hotter. Keep supporting. And keep doing what you do. Because this girl loves it. You guys are awesome. Love you all. Big kisses from me to you.
We got to get Eva back on.
Oh my god!
I love Otto's face like during the whole thing. It's
Like,
so much fun to watch. Otto's just like this.
I'm like, I mean, the girl can work the camera, man. She knows how to use the camera for sure.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Well, yeah, she's had some
experience.
some experience.
Yeah, right.
in front of the camera,
Definitely,
so.
definitely hits the angles.
Yeah.
Guyuch, what do
Absolutely.
we got next?
Moving right along, we have Guardians of the Galaxy versus cast. Who's this? Chukwudi Iwuji as Marvel's High Evolutionary. Otto, you were just talking about this.
That's right. That's right. Digging it. Great Thor book to have. Tough to find in high grade. He's on the cover of it. Early Kirby work. Good luck finding it now. So, but a good book to have. And a classic book. And also, there's a great FF book that I was buying off the rack where he's fighting Galactus on the cover. I think it's like 212, 213. High Evolutionary versus Galactus. Just beautiful book. Excited to see what they do with this character. Again, he came out, no CGI, anything like that. But the fact that he came out in costume shows me that they're all in on this. So I'm excited for this character.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think from what we've seen in the pictures and the trailers that leaked, it looks like you're going to get a little bit of an origin story of Rocket, who we all know is made by the High Evolutionary. Do I see him sticking around? Possibly, maybe not. But I think it's a character that Thor 134, just like you said, Otto, went through the roof. But everybody, this is a book we talked about 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, everybody was on board. Everyone knew he was coming.
You should have had this book. You should have bought this book.
Yeah, you should have bought this book. So
you should have bought this book for the price.
And it's a dope cover, bro. It's the cover is insane, and it's a double spec. You get another first appearance in there. I forget exactly who it is, but Darrow would probably know. But Darrow, you know, like we all knew this actor was playing this.
Yeah.
There was no surprise coming out.
Yeah, especially after, James Gunn fell in love with him during the Peacemaker project.
Yeah.
So yeah, once he was in there, like I am gonna agree with Otto though. I was not digging the look that they gave him. To be honest with you, man, I almost wish they would have made him look like what he does in comic books, versus what they made him look like. But we don't know yet. I mean, that could just probably be him just coming out wearing the suit maybe without. He might have a helmet or something on, but you definitely, I'm gonna say right now, you definitely need the High Evolutionary in this. You cannot continue to explore the multiverse without this guy. So that is one of the biggest things, because you also got to remember you had the storyline for the High Evolutionary War. If you guys recall that, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but that plays a major freaking part in Marvel Comics. So for folks that are looking, just go look it up, man. Don't take nothing but a freaking second. Google the High Evolutionary War, and you guys will see that whole segment of the comic books, to include some annuals and everything like that.
Great run.
And yeah, I'm telling you, they could have made a movie straight off of that, man, just dealing with the High Evolutionary and kind of still keeping on with the rest of the, that they're doing with Kang. More gore, I wish that they would do, So, but I definitely 100%. I'm liking where they're going with this, but it all depends. Again, if this is indeed James Gunn's last movie and project with this team, and he pretty much is like, okay, you know what, they could. There's a good likelihood that the High Evolutionary might be one and done. Who the hell knows?
Yep, I agree.
Let's move on, boys.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is right there. Okay, so I get that, but I get it. But he was in character, and the stuff that he was saying in character was really cool. So I will give him that.
Yeah.
So
he got the RoboCop head right there.
Yeah, really.
He does. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
He doesn't have a 4 head. He's got a 5 head.
Yeah,
he salutes like this.
I'm Alex Murphy.
Anyway, look what we got this weekend too, guys. Wakanda Forever introduces Namor, Ironheart, and the new Black Panther. What did you guys think of this? Dora, what did you think of this?
Yeah, I was going to say, who wants to start on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, let me tell you, like, the freaking trailer was phenomenal. Yeah, they put on Bob Marley's No Woman, No Cry, and then they ended it with some Kendrick Lamar, We Gonna Be All Right. I was freaking super happy. I was stoked. Enjoyed seeing everything that you could possibly get out of a trailer. I think this had to been by far the best freaking trailer to have ever come out. This is my personal opinion. The best trailer to have come out for Marvel. They did it. They did it in an awesome manner. You saw them showing their, paying tribute to Chadwick, having a huge picture of Chadwick. That was kind of
goosebumps.
Oh yeah, big time. And to be able to see Namor and to be able to see Atuma, to be able to see Namora, to be able to see so many of these characters just all of a sudden popping up. To include Ironheart, where you kind of see her trying to build her suit and cutting a heart out of the suit. The biggest thing that I will tell you guys, man, is I'm really, really hoping to God that this movie is not less than 2 hours. I'm sorry, but this movie, for the caliber and how huge the characters that are in this,
it needs time.
You need to be at least almost close to 3 hours, dude. Like, this has to be at least a 2.5 hour movie, if not 2:45, to the least.
But let me get lost, man. Let me get lost. Let me forget that I'm in a movie theater. Like that's what we need to get back to.
Yeah, man. The trailer looked good. Riri, they showed her kind of paying homage to Tony Stark, the way they both built that suit with the hammer. You like in Iron Man 1. It looked good, man. An emotional trailer, right? Probably the most emotional trailer that Marvel has put out for any movie, possibly. It looks great. There's a ton of speculation on who's going to be the next Black Panther. To me, from the still shot, it kind of looked like a thin frame. I'm guessing Shuri, right? That's what the consensus is saying.
Yeah, and it looked like, honestly, the hands too, the fingers, and it looked like
skinny ass legs, man.
Nails rather than like the Black Panther nails. It looked like actual nails, like women's nails.
I think the effects are going to be incredible. So a lot of talk and a lot of back and forth on the way Namor looks. They made him look different than the traditional comic book movie, more of the Aztec. We all know that they're not going to be calling Atlantis. I forget what they're going to be using.
They just said it before too.
Yeah, it's not going to be Atlantis, which I don't like, but I do get because of Aquaman and stuff. I just think it's almost too similar to what DC did with Aquaman, right? They made him have that little bit of the Aztec look, or the Samoan look, but I don't know, man. Like, he has the feathers on and the headdress and stuff. How does that translate into water? But listen, I'm excited. I think he looks comic book accurate enough to get the job done, and it's another major old school comic book character that we're getting, and we haven't seen any underwater stuff in Marvel yet. So
Maddie had said Atlantis renamed Talocan in the movie.
Right, yeah, I know it's not Atlantis. So Listen, man.
I almost said toucan before.
Yeah, I'm all in on this.
So I couldn't remember the name.
Otto, what do you think?
No, I am all in on this, you guys. I felt such a personal connection to this. Wakanda. I'm a guy, I love secret bases, right? I always love the Batcave. I always love the the show Lost with all the secret bases and everything like that. I love this stuff. So the way they portrayed Wakanda and the way Chadwick Boseman played Black Panther is truly iconic. Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Fantastic 450 for, first appearance of Black Panther. We know that. But, you got to go back all the way to FF5 to get the first appearance of Namor. That book was an absolute ghost back then. Nobody cared about that book, and he is a true antagonist to so many characters, right? Between the FF, the X-Men, he is. I am very excited for this. I think he looks fine. What do you want him in a Speedo and wings on his feet? I mean, that's all you got in the books, right? I mean, at least you got to put something on the guy.
That's true.
I don't care. I mean, if you want to, you do you, man. You want to see him in a Speedo and you think he would look better that way, so be it. But, I love the idea of the costume. I love the idea of these two, like countries or civilizations having to do with each other. It's truly heartfelt. You're right. It needs to be over 2 hours. I think from the minute this starts, from what we saw at San Diego Comic-Con, I'm sorry if I sound really passionate about this, but Chadwick Boseman, was just a true amazing person. If you hear what everybody used to say about him and his acting prowess, and just somebody, who was taken way too early because of cancer, so F cancer, as we always say. But in all his other movies, he was just all the other Avengers movies, just amazing. And to see this finally come together, man, like to think that I'm going to get Namor on the big screen after seeing him in FF4 when he was supposed to join the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and he's like, no, I'm not messing with this. Or when when Sue Storm like started to really catch feelings for Namor and go back and forth. It's just, I mean, I have to embrace this, you guys. And, that's really, I'm putting all my emotions out there, but I'm really excited for this, man. They're going to do this right. And so be it, man.
You think we get Killmonger back? I think he comes back for sure.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
I think he does too. Yeah. I think it'd be a shame to waste him, honestly.
Yeah.
Do we get Doom? Do we get Doom in the end trailer?
Well, we might get Doom earlier than that.
I think you do.
Yeah. I definitely think you do. There's a lot that you have to tie in with Doom right here. Doom doesn't necessarily have to show up in Fantastic Four. That's a fact. This right here literally plays into the world.
This is what Maddie said. What I said before.
And if you could highlight Uni-X's,
see, I saw this too. Who's having the baby?
Yeah, I don't know if that's Namor as a baby. I don't know if they're gonna do that. I don't know if Black Panther's having a kid, which I don't think, but it could be. I would have to, if I was a better man, my money would be on that's Namor being born.
Right.
Yeah. That underwater scene was Namor. That was his mother. So if you guys remember, the father was Talocan, because it's not Atlantean. Yeah. So he was underwater with the mother. They were giving birth because everybody knows he was half Atlantean, half human. And that's the reason why you see him as a little kid. And I guess people are against him being what he is, and they're burning his house down. And you see that one little scene in the trailer as a little kid, and the rest of his people, the Talocans, are pretty much taking him back into the ocean because they're like, dude, this is what we're trying to tell you. And this is where you start going back into the history of like Namor's Submariner as to why he hates the surface. It's because of that reason, and why these wars start to begin. And to be honest with you, that little military scene where you see all these soldiers coming through, who's to say that doesn't belong to Doom?
That's what I think. And
there you go. Ozzy said too. He goes, I think Doom is pulling strings in the background.
Yes. And I don't think it's going to be so, and this is just my opinion, I don't think when they show Doom, it's going to be Doom with the cloak and the mask. I think you're going to see a version of Victor Von Doom. Okay. He's going to be the character as Victor Von Doom.
You sure that's going to be his name?
Well, I mean, I think that's how they're going to introduce him. I don't think they're going to call him Dr. Doom. I think they're going to call him Victor Von Doom. And then you're going to, then I think from there, you'll see the evolution of, why he wears the mask and all that other stuff. Because for actors to wear stuff on their face, your emotions come through your face, right? And that's to wear a full mask. You either have to be one of the greatest actors to change your voice, to change your body language, to do that. So I don't think we're going to see him in the mask as Dr. Doom. I think we're going to see him as Victor Von Doom. And that's just my own personal opinion.
Unless you're Darth Vader, right?
Yeah, correct. Then you've got the greatest voice ever in James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
Right?
So again, guys, excited for this. They can't fuck this up. And I don't think it's going to get fucked up.
And Jay, I sent you an email. So on Reddit, they leaked out a previs of what Doom was going to look like. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I sent it to you if you want to post it up for folks. But I was talking about this because, again, man, I'm telling you, as much as I hate, I know folks are like, yo, I hate leaks. I hate when all these this stuff.
Jay, do you want to forward it to me?
I still go and watch the movie, man. I still go to watch it because I want to see if these guys are on point. And that's what happened to me with Spider-Man. It happened to me with Doctor Strange. It happened to me with Thor. They literally were on freaking point with every damn thing they were saying. So there was a pre-visual. I don't know how many folks out there in the chat have seen it already, but a pre-viz, man, that day that it came out on Reddit, I was like, I have to talk about this on the channel. And they put that thing out, and boom. I was like, please, dear Lord, let this be what Doom is actually going to be looking like for the freaking MCU, because that shit looked freaking amazing. And I'm freaking hoping for the best when it comes to it, because you definitely need Doom, like Otto was talking about before. With Secret Wars incoming, you got to have all these characters. You got to have them. There's no way around it. Like, you need to have these characters in order to make that, especially, depending on where they're trying to go, which route they're trying to go for Secret Wars. Because you guys know you have that Hickman run, which is the most recent one that was done in the 2000s, and that plays a big role around freaking God Emperor Doom.
Doom, right?
That's a book. That's a book that you could. I found that in back bins along with the Malieve Doom, the one you put me onto on the horse.
Oh, the Iron Man one.
Yep.
Yeah, that
those two books.
That issue 12 variant.
Yep. Those two books you could absolutely find in back bins, and that God Emperor Doom, that's a dope book to pick up because they may go in that direction, man. What else we got, Gayuch?
Let's move on to the next. I don't know if you wanted to send me that picture.
I didn't. It didn't come through yet.
Okay, Darrow, you could forward it to me if you want.
All right.
Marvel teases Daredevil's new red and yellow costume at San Diego Comic-Con. If you guys didn't see it inside the new She-Hulk trailer, my man jumps over and rolls on the ground and pops back up, and look what you see. I was excited about this.
I like the classic Daredevil, but
I love it.
Before, like what Darrow talked before, like, can we get a violent Daredevil? It's not a, you know what I mean? It doesn't seem like a Disney Plus character. I don't know, man. They got to do it right. We talked about it in the past. Everyone's going to compare it to the Netflix show, which was gritty and dark and violent. So could Disney, could they pick up where they left off? I personally don't think so. I'm hoping for the best, but we'll see. Especially when you're using the same actor, too. So they're like, oh, you can't compare, but you're using the same actor. So people are going to compare. The Netflix show was dope. Season 2 was dope. Season 3 was dope. So we'll see, man. What do you guys thoughts?
This is one show, and I've said this a bunch of times. This is one show that I just could not stop watching. I literally had my phone in bed. My wife is trying to sleep, and I'm on my phone till 2-3 in the morning because I couldn't stop. I was addicted to watching this show, and I wanted it to keep going. I wanted to keep going. I didn't want it to end. Otto.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And you know what's important about this? So I had my 17-year-old son had to give me a ride home. We spent about 15 minutes in the car. And the entire 15 minutes was, Dad, what are they going to do with Daredevil? How are they going to do this? He's a street level character. How are they going to do this? Well, what about this? So you can do it now. Or how are they going to bring him in? What are you going to do about this? My son's never read a Daredevil comic, but he's watched season 1, 2, and 3 or 4 times. Street level characters you can relate to, and he was probably 16 when he started watching it. So you're bringing in the new viewers, generating interest on it. Dad, is that going to be the yellow suit? Or, hey, Dad, look, I made these nunchucks. Don't bring those out in the world ever. Keep those in the garage. You know what I mean? So it's bringing new people in. 18 episodes. Don't know how long it's going to, I mean, half-hour episodes, how they're going to do it when that eventually comes out. But love the fact that they can take Daredevil and cross him over into so many genres, being such a street-level character. And, again, one of my favorite characters of all time, you know, Matt Murdock, you know. That's it. I love it. I love it.
Mr. Thorough.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What do you think about Daredevil, man?
All right. So, Daredevil, I heard what Jay was just talking about right now, and I do agree, man. I just want a more violent Daredevil, man.
Mm-hmm.
That is what they need to aim at. I do think that one of the biggest things that might happen in this is we still have Karen Page. I think that is going to be a major freaking part of this storyline. I believe that you're going to end up getting freaking the death of Karen Page, and that's a major book in Daredevil that folks should be getting on right now, especially. I think that is incoming. That's the inevitable, especially if it happened in comic books. I don't see her being around for too much longer, to be honest. Even now, even on the Netflix shows, she was around longer than when she was supposed to be.
Agreed.
So that I will tell you right now, that is one of the things I definitely hope to see with this. I'm really digging them not giving us a full look at Daredevil for this, when he popped up in She-Hulk. I'm glad that they did that because Marvel's notorious for showing us freaking everything. It's freaking crazy. So I definitely 100% have to say that they need to freaking be in line with knowing that, hey, this does, it does need to be mature. I'm sure that you're trying to have Daredevil show up as something for cartoons and kids like that. But at that point, it's you might as well just put him in a cartoon and put him out there for, on Disney Plus for kids to be able to watch if you guys want to, extend out Daredevil. But Daredevil wasn't really meant for kids. I mean, let's be honest. That's really what I got to say about this. But yeah, I'm really digging this. I'm hoping for the best. The She-Hulk show sounds it looks very Ally McBeal-ish, with a crossover of Sex and the City. That's what the kind of the vibes that I'm getting from the show. So, but again, I'm looking forward to this. I love Daredevil, so I'm hoping for the best, bro. Hoping for the best.
I mean, think about who they could bring. They bring Bullseye back. Do they bring, all the, Bullseye, Kingpin, all these characters that, were there. Gladiator, right? Are we finally going to see Gladiator in his costume? Elektra, the hands, the Daredevil universe.
Can you please bring Colin Farrell Bullseye back, please?
Yes. Oh my God, with the tattoo with the brand on his head. Oh my God. But look, I mean,
leave him as the Penguin for Batman.
Yeah,
don't bring him back
don't
bring him back as freaking Bullseye. Please.
Don't break something, Otto. Don't break something.
No, I know, but this is one of the greatest issues ever. I mean, if you guys have never read this issue, do yourself a favor, man. The death of Elektra right here.
Miller killed that run.
Oh my God, it was amazing. And when Daredevil slashes when Bullseye slashes Elektra's throat with an ace of spades, he goes, "You're good, honey, but me, I'm magic." And he flicks the ace of spades. It slits Elektra's throat. I mean, it's done in 4 panels. It's really, there's so much to be brought in to Daredevil. So when you're talking about it, I'm excited, man.
And Jay, you want to bring this up? I know you were saying it.
So I just got Darrow's email. So
get closer to the mic.
If they show Doom looking like this right here, I'm a happy man.
Agreed.
That's old school with the belt, with the gun holster. I am a happy man. Do you think we see? If we see that, forget about it. Doom books are gonna go through the roof.
Yeah. So the reason why they were saying that is going to happen is because this was a pre-visual. So what they were saying was that Doom is behind the scenes of everything that's happening. He actually hired Riri Williams to pretty much create this technology to dig for vibranium underwater, and that's the reason why it causes turbulence, causes Namor to pop up to the surface, and supposedly Namor is actually after Riri Williams, and he's trying to kill her for that reason. And that is why the Wakandans take Riri under the wing and try to protect her. to include giving her a brand new suit, like improving her suit from what she's making it, because she's supposedly making her suit out of car parts.
So she's gonna be best friends. She's gonna be best friends with Shuri, huh?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Buddy film.
Yeah. So that's why when that previs came out, that is supposedly him in the background, in his little lab, and that's how all this, what we all saw, and reason why I'm seeing a lot of the stuff that's coming out for the that came out in the trailer. I was like, holy crap! I was like, these guys were talking about all this, and it was all hitting one after the other.
That makes sense. Peter Porker comes in. Doom is controlling things behind the scenes. Exactly. So Namor starts off bad, then turns good when he finds out the truth.
I can see it happening 100%. 7 ways from Sunday.
And that's why I said I'm looking forward to it, man. I hope they make them look the way that we see in that previs.
Fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed, because if they don't, we might lose Jay on the channel. We might not have a channel anymore.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna be honest with you. Might have to be fucking 5 men in the basement. Moving right along, guys. That's talks of this, obviously, this has to roll into this. Fantastic Four kicks off Marvel Studios Phase 6, gets 2024 release date. I made a joke last night. I was on one of the Canada Guys show. I was like, I can't wait for Phase 27. Like, I mean, like, come on, guys. Like, I know we're going to get it. I'm like, just stop talking about it because it's nowhere near anytime soon. So stop getting me excited. Like, let's talk about what's coming next, because that's what I'm going to be happy about. And that's what I'm going to see. I don't want to talk about fucking 10 years from now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I crazy with this?
So,
Jay?
I think Fantastic Four kicks off Phase 6, right? I think that's a great way to kick off Phase 6, but you got to build up into it, right? And bringing Doom in and Black Panther 2 would build up, because they're building Kang right now, and we all know what's coming next. We're getting, it's going to be pitched towards Kang. So Fantastic Four, they got to do right. They haven't done it right yet. I'm hoping they get this right. I just hope they stick to a traditional Fantastic Four, because listen, I talked about it before. Some of the Fantastic Four stuff is tough reads for me, but they have the greatest villains in Marvel, from Galactus to Doom to whoever else you could think of. They bring in the Inhumans. I hope they get it right, man. I want Marvel to surprise me. I haven't been surprised. I've been disappointed. Just the way it is. I'm looking forward to it. I think this kicks off, a whole bunch of different stuffs from Marvel. So stick with the basic characters before we get into these more modern characters and get them right first and then build from there. So excited for Fantastic Four.
Otto, what do you think?
Again, looking forward to it. It's, been in my wheelhouse, waiting for it. But again, it's a long time, man. I looked at my 17-year-old. I go, dude, your little brother is going to be out of college by the time we get mutants finally. You know what I mean? Like, what are they going to wait for, Phase X, for Phase 10 or something like that? So it's a long play, you guys. I've said this from day one. I'm in this for the marathon, not the sprint. I'm a very patient person. I'll enjoy the ride. Just, give me what I deserve as a classic collector. I understand what you have to do with the Fantastic Four. Give me the 4 original characters. You know what? Throw She-Hulk in there later on. I mean, you could if you wanted to. You know what I mean? Later on. That was the burn run. But there's so many different characters that you have. You've got the Inhumans, like Jay said. You've got, oh my God, Impossible Man. You've got so many different characters that you can bring in through this Doom. It's a great doorway. Just do it right, man. Do it right, and I'm happy. I'm gonna be in a fucking wheelchair by the time Silver Surfer comes out. No, of course. My God, that's what I'm saying. Your kid's gonna be out of college, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Mole Man, agreed, Michael. Yeah.
So real quick, man, I just want to let everybody know that I just did a DNA test with 23andMe, and I am related 100% to the fortune teller Miss Cleo. I'm going to tell y'all why. All right, because I have been saying this. You just heard Otto.
You've been saying, "Call me now."
Yeah, I'm probably going to be a grandfather by the time they release the X-Men. I was letting folks know that at the rate that they were moving with all these phases and what they had to introduce, to make us forget about some of those forgettable Fox movies that they put out for X-Men. Not saying that all of them were garbage. Some of them were good to watch. But yes, I said that we probably weren't going to see freaking the damn X-Men to like 2028, 2030. That is how far away we're still away from that. Now, as far as Fantastic Four, Marvel's first family, that's right. Like the rest of the guys are saying, they just need to do it right. They have everything there set in stone for them to do it. Open up the damn comic books. You could start off with one of their first villains, Mole Man, and freaking go from there. Work out, man. Mole Man is, somebody said in the chat earlier, man, I would love to give them kudos. They were reading my mind because they said it. Mole Man is one of the most underutilized freaking villains. I 100% agree, and he is a great villain. But with the way Marvel's going in the track record right now, I'd be like, please do it right, because folks, don't forget also, Kevin Feige was the guy who gave us the Cloud Dust Galactus in the freaking Fantastic Four movies prior. Mm-hmm. So let's not forget that. I'm sure that they're probably hoping and saying like, hey, we need to erase that. We need to never think of that Cloud Dust and possibly bring a better rendition of Galactus to the freaking big screen. Again, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping. One thing I will say is I don't think John Krasinski is going to be freaking Reed Richards. I think it's going to be a whole brand new squad.
We know that. As upsetting as it is, stop repeating things. God damn it.
Well,
Jay, what do you
guys in a wheelchair?
Read this.
Get better seating, bro.
Jay. From your buddy Spider Paul.
We'll see him at Terrificon for sure.
I can't wait to see him at Terrificon.
There was a comment, guy. I've been missing comments.
I'm trying.
We don't really. Matt, this is Matt's forte. We're trying to run this show without Matt. So
this is Matt Forte's
dudes are getting tight.
Funny.
We're not missing.
Usually I'm on top of the comments like crazy. I'm trying to do everything, so I apologize.
Yeah, I seen a comment about the multiverse. I don't like it, man. I just like one. I don't like multiple characters of the same person. Give me one character and do it right. That's it. I don't like two different Doctor Strange. I don't like two different Scarlet Witch. I don't like that shit. Just give me one. That's it. I don't like the multiverse thing. I think it's a way out. I think it's Feige's excuse because he could always go back and change shit around. So I'm not with the multiverse. Fuck the multiverse.
Let's move on so we can finish this because we still have new comic book day to do. Marvel announces Avengers Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty, guys. So this is probably the biggest news of everything, right, Jay?
Yeah, absolutely. And they're close, and they're coming out close together. So this is gonna be like an Endgame thing, I'm thinking. And Kang's a dope character, man. They're building him up, right? The slow burn, like Otto talked about. They're building him up. We already seen him in Loki. He has multiple different aliases, so I'm excited, man. Listen, it can't get worse, right? Kang's a dope character, man. Rich history, awesome actor. Hoping they do right by him. Leads into Doom, right? Leads into.
I'm
Doom.
online right
now. He leads into Nathan Richards. If you're into that, they're all mingled in. So,
Otto, what do you think, man?
I'm set for it, man. I'm ready to go. Kang Dynasty, exactly what I want. Secret Wars, again, having a conversation. What's this Avengers team going to look like? Who are they going to put into this? Are we going to get the young Avengers? What version of the Avengers are we going to get? We're going to have two or three great years specking on this, you guys. I mean, I would love to see the list of probably 50 characters that we're going to have to hone down into 8, and then put bets on them. Like 50-1 says it's this character, 10-1 says it's this character. Again, I love the images. I love the fact that Kang is here to stay. I love the fact that they put this on print. Okay. So by putting it on print, they showed us that this is what they're doing. This is what their plan is. So let's do it. Is it going to be Secret Wars 1, Secret Wars 2, the new Secret Wars? I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. Put it on print. Let's have a fun time with this. Let's enjoy the ride and see what happens, man.
It brings back that logo that we're all used to, that brought us so much happiness, obviously, with those Avengers movies. Thoro, what do you think?
Same, man. I mean, this is what all these prior movies are setting up to. They're all setting up everything for Kang. But one thing I will say, man, don't expect to have, Jonathan Majors, freaking awesome actor. Freaking loved him in the H.P. Lovecraft show that they had on HBO Max. And to see him as Kang, But one thing I will say, if they're exploring the multiverse, they're doing all that, you better believe that there is going to be multiple freaking renditions of Kang. It is not just going to be that one Jonathan Majors character.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. And you guys know too, we already know that Young Avengers is going to be coming. So you got Iron Lad, who is one of the forms of Kang the Conqueror.
Yep.
So yeah, man, I can't wait for this, to be honest with you, man. I'm looking forward to this. And if you guys already know about that Avengers run, where a lot of this is taking place very close to Secret Wars, this is kind of telling me this is aligning pretty much with the comic books. This is aligning right there, man. If you're looking for that Avengers run, where you see him pretty much saving the Avengers from getting killed, saving them, creating a new vision. That whole run right there. And then all of a sudden Secret Wars came out for freaking Hickman's run. And all that stuff, man, I'm telling you guys, that's the stuff that you want to be on the lookout for right now, because that is where it's looking like this whole storyline is headed to.
Yeah, it's exciting. I think it gives us the vibes of, obviously, like I said, those first movies, Infinity War, Infinity Saga, all that stuff. So this is, I think it's going to give us a whole new. I feel like the team is going to be a little bit different. I feel like you're going to have different characters in there. I think it needs to, rather than I believe it's going to happen. I think it needs to happen. I think we're going to have different things. I said last night, I don't know if it was last night, Darrow, when you were on. I forget. I think it was in your show. It might have been your show. It might have been Newbie's show. I forget. But I was in there and I was talking about, I said, what about if, because of all the news of the Baxter building and all this stuff and everything in whatever realm they're in or whatever they're talking about, what about if they're on the West Coast? And what about if you got Hawkeye leading them?
Yeah.
West Coast Avengers.
Potentially. Yeah, West Coast
How cool
Avengers.
is that? Like you need something different. You got to spark it up again to bring some excitement to it. I as much as I love Thor, Iron Man, all this. I know.
I was going to say White Vision. Not that White Vision's out there. Wonder Man.
Correct.
You know what I mean? There's going to be some version of these characters. It just.
So we have openings for other things. That being said, this was the breakdown, Jay.
Yep, that's the breakdown. We'll see, and
And
we'll
then-
see what other stuff ties in there. Armor Wars, there wasn't much talk about. That needs to tie into there, right?
Yeah.
Other characters that we've seen, we talked about Shang-Chi. We talked about who else? The Black Knight got to come back in some way, shape, or form, right? So
I think they're all saving this again for their own big, reveals for their Disney shows.
they got the D23. They got to save some stuff for there.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, they did release this, right?
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I'll get into this real quick. I got these notes on my phone.
We got some
So-
rated R content.
Yeah, so here we go, guys. With this, in a statement published on their website, the Parents Television and Media Council called out Disney Plus in a scathing statement saying that 2000 promised not to add R-rated movies to the Disney Live streaming platform, and says it has completely decided to flush it down the toilet. What else they're saying is that this could change things for kids watching violent movies and rated R movies. Well, guess what? If you have Netflix, if you have Hulu, if you have any streaming service that has kids shows, they're going to have rated R content. So what's the difference, right? And getting back to what we were talking about the Punisher before, maybe this opens the door for more rated R content that Disney's going to put out. You're not going to have your kid watching a Punisher TV show anyway, right? Me,
Right.
I am. Like, he's 7. He's good to go. He could watch Punisher. But hopefully this opens the door. And
He's
and
7. He's good to go.
Yeah, you can tell what national.
What age?
You can tell what national.
age was he good to
Olympic
go?
Games and everything like
Yeah.
that.
he's good to go. So we'll see, man. I hope it changes, and I think this is a foot in the door. So I could be wrong. I'm curious to see what you guys think about this.
Yeah, I'm okay,
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
Frog Brawler said it all, bro. He's
Yeah.
it right there, and everybody's talking. I've said this on my comic
Yeah.
chop ups when I'm doing the show, man. What the hell is the point of parental control? Like that's my thing. I get it, man. And then this is why we go back to that conversation from earlier as to why the worst thing that could have happened to Marvel was Disney purchasing them. It's that damn name. Everything is related. I mean, look at how they're kicking people out of the parks at Disney World and shit because they're wearing a T-shirt that says sex on it or something. Meanwhile, they got sex floating across the damn screen in The Lion King. And it's like, come on. It's, you know what I mean? It's like at that point, it's like, okay, I get it at the parks, but on TV, it's, you know, I do the same thing for my kids. I have my channels with the wife that we watch for Disney, and then we have our daughters separate where they have their own little, you know, freaking stuff to watch, all their cartoons, everything that they love. So why can't every other parent do that? They're just making, again, that is the problem that I have with Disney, guys, is the fact that they try to cater to everything. And all of a sudden, it wouldn't surprise me if at some point they end up freaking removing Logan and Deadpool off of freaking Disney. That will tell you right there. That will let you guys, everybody here that's with us, that'll gauge exactly the direction Disney's going to be headed to. And the crazy part was on my last show that I just did, I had a Canadian viewer, and I don't know if this is true or not, but supposedly in Canada.
Yeah, Wesley just said it too. Yeah, you said it. Yeah. You said it the other night on your show. Yeah,
Deadpool has been on in Canada apparently. Deadpool and Logan have both been in Canadian Disney Plus for some months now. So what the hell is the big deal here in the United States? I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. So they got their foot in their door, right? They're all in now. If they back out now, like you said, though, it's a wrap, right?
Yeah,
it's a wrap. But here's the thing. Okay, so Disney Plus has this show, but meanwhile, your young kid could tune into MTV, which has no parental guide, and watch Snooki bang out 30 dudes on the Jersey
Shore. They're going to watch
it
if they want to watch it. I mean, they're going to get around it 7 ways from Sunday. They know more, you know.
Now I can't get that image of Snooki out of my mind.
She's a nice girl. She's a nice girl.
But yeah.
I mean, it's the truth.
That's it, man.
Listen. Just put the parental control on if you have a problem with it. That solves the problem.
And don't blame Disney when your kid's talking about National Women's Day. It's your fault for not setting it up the right way.
Move along.
And I like real quick, man, if you guys don't mind highlighting Keezer Russ's comment. Keezer Russ Comics makes a great comment right there in the chat. And
I'm looking. Sorry.
I know you good, brother. I can read it right here. It says what made me mad was about Thor is that they watered down Gore to make it more family friendly, but still had butt ass naked men, orgies, and sexuality. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's the truth. How the hell you gonna call? They couldn't even call Gore the God Butcher. I mean, mind you, he butchered one damn god the whole damn movie.
Right.
And that was
terrible.
I mean, it's just crazy, man. It's just like a lot of people like to say it's the climate that we're in now. It's the climate that we live in right now.
Zeus was so freaking stupid. That whole thing was awful. Russell Crowe should be ashamed of himself. From standing in the middle of the Coliseum yelling, "Are you not amused?" to using the worst Greek accent I've ever heard, man.
Are you not amused?
Oh my God, Gladiator, one of the greatest movies of ever. Like, that's what you remember him as. And now he's using the worst Greek accent, wearing some stupid girdle. You know, it was just, that's for another story. That's for another time.
Talk about a guy wearing a mask and making an impact, right? Right.
Yeah.
So, listen, Otto, thanks for coming by.
Oh, hey, thanks for having me on, you guys. You know, I love hanging out.
I know
you
said you want to head out of here before we start New Comic Book Day. So
I do. I don't really read your comic books right now, you guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. Facts.
Listen, you got to rest up, man. You got a big weekend.
I got to get ready, but I got to start packing the stuff, man. I got to make sure the cooler's packed. I got to have all our gear for our 3 live shows. So just so you guys know, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, we will be doing 3 live shows from the hotel lobby for Terrificon. We'll be going live on Instagram the entire weekend. So please follow along. We've got a bunch of preview videos. We did a dealer. We did a vendor preview show. We also did a dealer preview show of some of the amazing books a lot of these people are bringing. Artwork, individual artists. Stop by our table, you guys. It's going to be a blast. You know who we are. We're going to be in a booth making the most noise. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. Thorough, Guy, Jay, thank you very much. Matt, I appreciate you on the back end helping me jump on tonight. You guys, love you guys. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, man, likewise. Best of luck to you on Terrificon, bro.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
See you this weekend.
All right. Just hit leave to leave, right? That's how I get out of here.
Just get out of here.
Just like that. Poor Otto. All right, guys. I'm glad Darrow's here because New Comic Book Day, right? Presented by CBSI. Chris Nelms always comes out with his list, so go check that out.
Hold on, Jay. You ready? Hold on, Jay. Hold on, Jay. You ready?
Go ahead.
We're gonna run it. We haven't
There you
run that in a
go.
long time.
But before we get into New Comic Book Day, I want to talk about Darrow's store and what he does on New Comic Book Day. So, guys, if you're in the chat and you don't have access to a LCS, your local comic book shop, you want to check out this guy's channel right here because he's always running awesome New Comic Book Day sales. My man ships good. He's a professional. He knows what he's talking about. He's not going to lead you down the wrong path. So check his shop out and support. Listen, support, right? My man always comes on here, spits knowledge on his channel. If you're not subbed up to him, sub up to him because he's one of the best speculators in the game. He knows what he's talking about clearly from just hearing him on this channel tonight, and he does his thing. So check his shop out, support the community. Darrow, what else you got to say about your New Comic Book Day?
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, so every Monday, guys, I pretty much will just let everybody know. Nobody really cares unless you're like an avid reader like I am. Nobody really cares about what else is coming out besides keys and what's going to be the hot book or the hot cover of the freaking week. So that is pretty much my aim. I'm only bringing out every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, guys, on my channel, Keep It Thorough Comics. I'm always doing a New Comic Book Day live sale. Literally trying to get the books out to you on time. I know everybody's like, oh, yeah, but New Comic Book doesn't come out till Wednesday. Listen, I can still put it out there because it's not going to be in your guys' hands till Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you live at. But that is pretty much what I do. I try to get all the best and hottest comic books out there for you guys. And that is pretty much it, man. I don't mess around. Literally, this week's shipment that came in, shipment was freaking completely a hot wreck. If I personally wouldn't buy it, I probably wouldn't be selling it to you guys either. So that is how much of a collector and how much I have respect for all the collectors out there that are, in the community. So definitely, if you guys want to, come and check it out. And then I also have every Thursday nights at 9, 10 p.m. sometimes, depending the time, because you can see my little one over here waving. She takes up a lot of my time, plus the store and everything. So I'm always doing the comic chop up, guys, where I talk about speculation, all the comic book news, everything that I'm stumbling upon, on Reddit. That is a place to come to. And of course, big shout out to the Kujins because these guys are freaking killing it and they are putting out everything and anything under the sun when it comes to comic books. So I'm glad to be a part of this family.
Absolutely. So, all right. So now we get your input on New Comic Book Day. And I got to be honest, man. I've been picking books based on, I read my stories, right? And whatever speculation is coming out, whatever characters I think are hot, but the last couple of weeks, it's just been cover art, but I'd like to get your opinion on the picks this week. So at least we got that professional opinion tonight, guys. So let's run it, guy.
So can I share this and we can put it up over here? Because every week begins with Jay, as we say, just in case Darrow's not around for New Comic Book Day.
My first pick, guys, the Task Force Z number 10, the 1 in 25 Ryan Brown variant. The reason I picked this book up today is because I have one goal at Terrificon and one goal only. Guy, could you highlight me real quick? It's to get this bad boy remarked. You guys know I always get dope. I got the Punisher War Machine helmet all remarked. I got a Two-Face on there already. Here I'm thinking the Joker with a crowbar, which is pretty much the origin of Red Hood. So I seen the Red Hood book today. The 1 in 25 Brown variant. My goal is to get this remark, so that was my pick. No story. I haven't read an issue yet, but Red Hood, one of my favorite DC characters, and just a dope-ass variant.
Nice.
That's badass, dude. Definitely, again, man, when it comes to comic books, I tell it to everybody. Listen, pick up what the hell you like. I've heard the Kujins all the time saying it to everyone. Pick up what you like, man. Nobody's forcing you guys' hands into buying anything because I know, listen, money is not an easy thing to come by.
Right.
You need to have those extra funds to be able to make a lot of these purchases. But if you have it, get it, man. If you like it, get it. You don't have to listen, especially if there's some freaking guy wearing goggles telling you, hey, hi, comic fam, you guys got to buy this. No, don't freaking do it. Just do what the hell you guys want, man. That's really what it comes down to.
Looks like somebody we know. Anyway, next up, we're going to go with one of my picks this week. We got Action Comics number 1045. Listen, I'm a big Superman fan, and I just think this is a dope ass cover. That's why I picked this. Anytime you can depict Superman looking that fucking fierce, man, I'm okay with it. He's badass. There's no one better. That's my pick. Dora, what do you think?
Yo, that's freaking badass, man. That is badass. I really like it. The only thing I would tell you, man, is they need to revamp my man Superman. They need to big time. They need to either find a great writer, somebody that's gonna give him what he needs. He needs an oomph, and especially, I mean, you guys have heard it ever since the Discovery merger with Warner Brothers. I mean, all the folks at Discovery are like, "Yo, how the hell is Superman on the back burner?" That is impossible. That is the face of DC Comics. Whether I'm a big Batman fan, but yo, that is the guy that started it all. So to have this, man, gorgeous covers, but man, come on, the stories, baby, we gotta freaking make a change.
So how ironic is it that Spider-Man is the face of Marvel and Superman is the face of DC, and they just
both
can't
have terrible writing
yo,
right now.
Very hard characters to write for, man. It's tough, man. But
I said, man, make Superman bad. Let him go bad. Let him go bad, and I guarantee you, everybody and their mother be interested in this again.
Yep.
That's what made him great in the Injustice comic book.
Well, I did throw people for a loop this week, and let Jay pick a book that I pretty much obviously should have picked, but this is Jay's pick.
Yeah, again, one of my favorite X-Men. A lot of people, a great X-Men character. You got the cover A, you got the 1 in 50 LaRocca variant, and you got the Mastrazo variant, which is dope. The reason I picked this is it's the origin of Gambit, right? You get the origin of Gambit and how he came into the X-Men. Not only that, you get a first cameo appearance of a new character named Solaris. But the main reason I picked this, it's written by Chris Claremont, classic, right? And the interiors are Portasio. So I think this is going to be a good run. Marvel's been tough, man, but how could you not love those Gambit covers, especially when it's written by Claremont? That's classic X-Men shit right there. And listen, I'm not versed in Gambit's origin story and how he became the X-Men. I'm not a big X-Men reader, so I'm interested in reading this. But dope covers.
That 1 in 50 LaRocca is my favorite out of him. I love it. And Gambit is my favorite X-Men besides Forge. So, love it.
Got it, man.
Absolutely love it.
Got it. And so for everybody that's looking for Solar's first appearance in this book, we ended up getting this book and things, but I freaking had all these damaged. But I will tell you, I really wouldn't call it a first app. I'd call it more of a cameo. So just caution in the wind. But yo, I'm gonna say that freaking Mastrazo variant is fucking fire, bro.
Insane.
That is fire.
Well, rolling into my second pick for the week, and this is probably why I did not pick the Gambit one. You have Ant-Man number 1. Cover A is dope as hell, guys. I think it's just such a retro cover. I love the yellow. Just a really, really cool cover. Retro helmet, everything. It just gives me that kind of like advertisement kind of vibe, like a poster. And then Scotty Young is just a dope. I mean, that's my love for his artwork and the fun he has in drawing shit. So I love that. I think and big shout out to Uncle Frankie for picking both these covers up for me. So
not only that, you listen in this issue, you're getting a new Ant-Man.
Yep.
So that's the big selling point. You're getting a brand new Ant-Man. So we'll see where that goes.
And tons of covers.
I just picked these two because I like them the best.
But definitely one to be on the lookout for. Definitely say that.
Something's Killing the Children, number 25 from Boom Boom Studios, guys. Jay, what do we got with this? This is like a big 40-page issue?
Yeah, you get a big 40-page issue with Something is Killing the Children. I'm not really sure if they're gonna change the story arc or not, but listen, it's a hot book, right? Tinian, whatever you want to call him, is killing it. Boom is killing it right now. These independent books are killing it. So you get a 40-page book right here. So I'm sure, Darrow, one of your most sold books this week?
Yeah, pretty much, man. This book right here, again, Had a lot of freaking damages, dude. Distribution right now is bad, bro. Like, if you ever want to see anybody in the comic book business get pissed off, yeah, that's usually what's about. Because again, like things that I wouldn't buy, why the hell would I sell them to you? I had the distributors telling me, yeah, but is it still readable? Listen, some people don't read this. Some people are here to collect these things.
Yep.
So it's crazy, but yeah, definitely a book to be on the lookout for. This for me, Something's Killing the Children, by far the better read versus Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse was straight doo-doo for me, man. Sorry, but
no, I heard a lot of people say that too. But this is obviously one of your more popular titles, right?
Yeah. Something's Killing the Children. So everybody always asks for this.
So, Darrow, we had a conversation last week. Something Killing the Children or Nocterra?
Something Killing the Children and Nocterra. Damn, dude, I like both of them.
Yeah,
I like both of them. I'm really hoping that at some point or another Netflix brings out Something's Killing the Children, because they, I felt like if you guys have watched Stranger Things, I felt like they was kind of giving like little nods to Something's Killing the Children with the new Stranger Things. So I'm really hoping for this, but I'm not gonna lie, man. Nocterra is a hell of a book. I really haven't been hearing people talking about it, to be honest with you. But yo, dude, I'm still reading it, and I freaking love every issue I've been reading of Nocterra. But again,
these guys have been on it since day one. They said the storyline is unbelievable.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Like it's by far one of the best stories that like indie wise. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of indie books out there that are that are freaking gaining a lot of attention. Like 80 Billion Genies is another really good freaking read if you guys haven't checked that one out. But as far as this, I'm really hoping, dude. I don't know. This is kind of hard, You put me, in a tough spot right here.
Both good.
Yeah,
both
good. Both are good.
You got Detective Comics. Are we going in now into our honorable mentions, Jay? Is that what these are?
Yeah. Yep.
So Detective Comics number 1062. Let's have Darrow give a little insight on this from DC Comics this week, guys.
All right, so my man, one of my favorite writers, Ram V, taking over with Raphael Albuquerque. Yo, guys, I'm telling you, this is one of those must-have. This is one of those must-have for the week. A freaking great story. I still cannot wrap my head around the fact that Ram V is writing Venom, and I really don't understand why that one is just not hitting off for me. But Ram V and Carnage, if you guys have not been reading, dude, I'm telling y'all, go and freaking pick up Carnage. Carnage has been amazing. I did not like it in the beginning, but that book has been freaking phenomenal. And this one, Detective Comics, you guys know I'm reading all this stuff prior to everybody getting this in their hands. This was freaking badass. Same way like Batman 125 was. This was badass. So I definitely this is a high recommendation of mine right here.
There you go.
Nice. We got Young Justice Targets #1 from DC Comics. I think you have a first appearance in this, Queen Perdita.
Yeah,
however you pronounce it.
Yeah, she was a character on the show that they're just bringing into the comic books now. We just threw it up there because it was a first appearance. I don't fuck with it, but hey,
listen,
if you enjoy,
that's gonna be a super under-ordered book because I only ordered 2 copies of that book. I will tell you right now, that book right there, and guess who I ordered those copies for? One customer and myself.
Your kids?
No. One customer and myself, and I will tell you right now, if you do find that book, scoop it up, because that is probably going to be a book that later down the road folks are going to be looking for, and it is going to be one of the lowest printed books out there. So FYI.
There you go. Shit.
See, Darrow telling you something we were skipping
now
over.
Jay is like, I'm about to go on the bay right now and try to get me a copy, because it's like I ain't know that.
This week you got the amazing Spider-Man number 900. Ooh. This is a cool book. We did not put the cover up for this, but there is. You want to laugh at this because I had a nice discussion today with Uncle Frank, as I told you, and he did pick this up too. I'm going to see if I have a picture of it. Yeah, check it out. Scotty Young did a variant of that as well.
Nice.
Yeah, that Scotty Young cover is. I'm going to say it, man. That's a must-have right there.
Yeah, so I got that one coming too. So this is obviously a big issue, being number 900, right, Darrow?
Yeah, so pretty much new suit, new role that's being played by Norman Osborn. This is what's gonna lead into that freaking gigantic dark web series that's supposed to be coming out here in a couple of months. So that's one of the reasons. I will say, man, John Romita Jr. I don't know. He's like going down the same freaking path as Frank Miller, making all these characters look like damn boxes. So I'm not a huge fan of his work. And again, I read this. Man, listen, I'm sounding so disappointed because I honestly don't know. It's like they're trying so damn hard to revamp Spider-Man, guys, and it just feels like they're tossing the ball at them underhand, and they still can't hit it.
Nah, yep, I
yeah,
agree.
it's kind of jacked up to say because I'm sure there's LCSs out there that have ordered heavy on this. I wasn't one of them. I really did not like this. I'm just gonna say right off the bat. And if you're grabbing it for covers, guys, the awesome covers. That Scotty Young cover is freaking badass. But yeah, I'm telling you right now, yeah, this book didn't do much for me. But again, if you enjoy Spider-Man just as much as I do, I just you can hear the disappointment in my voice, man. Like
grab the Scotty Young and be happy. See, that's all.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's it. And then there was some other cool variants that they had, but I'm really hoping, please, man, Marvel, like get a freaking good writer and just have them take over Spider-Man, please.
Yeah. Well, and in this,
is killing me.
You get a new villain that has all the powers of the Sinister Six. So yes. they're chasing right now. They're chasing. So we'll see.
Well, Jay's going to be happy about this one. Strange number 4. There's a crazy ass cover and Jay's favorite character on the front.
Yeah, I forget. Oh, there's something behind this too. They're bringing somebody back. They're bringing back
Crazy Moon. Yeah.
Mark Spector in this, I believe.
Okay, there you go.
The Moon Knight has been good. The Moon Knight series has been good. UniX told me about the Carnage, which I gotta still hop on, but we'll see how it ties in with Doctor Strange. So we're getting
this one's bringing back Shadow Knight.
Oh, Shadow Knight, that's right. Yep.
Yes, that's what's bringing back.
So there you go.
Well, and then finishing off the list, you got Wolverine patch number 4. This is like a throwback cover, right? On this?
There's something behind this too. It should be in the notes.
This will solicit a character described as a mysterious Nemikova.
Yeah, so it's a dope Wolverine cover. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
So pick it up if you like, man. Pick it up if you like. All these again, it's like they're just reaching for everything to try to get people to buy comic books. I get it, but not everything works. Not
everything works is right. So that rounds it out for New Comic Book Day, guys. Again, Chris Nelms has his list up on CBSI. Go check it out for his picks and his reasons why.
I know Jay started talking, but Thorough, you said not everything works, right? Because they were stretching, right? That's pretty much what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, we have another way of saying that on our channel.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
There you go.
I know exactly what you were about to play, man.
Guys, before we get out of here, make sure you sub my man up. Buy some comic books from him on New Comic Book Day. Check out his speculation. He will always point you in the right direction. Again, man, one of the best guys in the community. He knows his shit. Thank you for coming on, man. Thank you for joining us tonight. I can't wait to see you in person, dude. I got to make it down to your shop. Come check you out. And always a road pleasure, trip, brother.
No doubt, man. Listen, hey, if you guys can't make it there, just FYI, guys, I'm already thinking ahead of the future. There's a good possibility that I might be opening up a second shop up in Pennsylvania. So that might be even a little bit closer. So that might even work out better. But yeah, as far as that, guys, thank you so much for having me on here. I love being with you guys. I wish Maddie would have been here. Love freaking seeing Maddie and everybody. But yeah, man, listen, come and check out Keep It Thorough Comics if you guys like. I'll try to get you as best speculation I possibly can. And I'm not talking about shit that's like, that's going crazy. I'm going, everybody's looking right. I'm going left. You guys know how I like to do my homework, and so this all comes from reading, guys. I read like a freaking maniac. So just keep that, come and check it out. If you guys like it, then hey, I appreciate y'all. If not, hey guys, again, stick with the defects. You know what I'm saying? Stick with my brothers, stick with the cool jeans. And yeah, hopefully one of these days we'll get to freaking, be face to face, man, and freaking hugging it out and drinking. You know what I mean? So that's what's up.
Sounds
yeah,
good.
Man.
Sounds good to me.
Big shout out to all the defects in the building. And again, like I always like to end my show, be savage, not average. There ain't no better way to live.
Guy, parting words. We'll see him at Terrificon.
We'll see all you guys at Terrificon. This was a great show. Thank you guys for coming out. Darrow, thank you for hanging out with us for a couple hours. We appreciate you, as I goes without saying, my man. So you're part of the family, like I said, since Jump Street. So awesome time. We miss Maddie, but you know what? Eva kept us company for a couple hours too. So that was fun. So Terrificon, guys, a couple days away. Get excited. We're going to have a good time. There might be some drinking. There might be some bull riding. There might be some slot pulling. I didn't say slut pulling. I said slot pulling. So you know what? It'll be a good time all around. And there's going to be comic books there too, I think. So
yeah, you sound like my grandmother. Yeah, she used to say slots. You can never say slots. She used to say slots. There you go.
Defects, thank you so much, Jay. We out. Later, guys. Catch you on the next one.